The former FLOTUS, the beloved Michelle Obama, I believe was talking to one of our other favorites, you know what I'm saying? Tracy Ellis Ross. And she said that, America is not ready for a female president. You know what I'm saying? Despite the fact that Kamala just ran and she got 70 plus million votes. And despite the fact that other women have run, she said that America is not ready. And I believe she said it in light of the fact that people are like, Michelle, why you ain't run? You get what I'm saying? So what are y'all thoughts? Is she telling the truth or on some bullshit in regards to, is America ready for a female president? And would that be the reason why she's not running? S&M, speaking for all Black women on this episode, what are your
Okay, I'm going to speak for some Black women on this episode. Maybe later on for all Black women, depending on the topic. But I'm just going to. So, America has progress. Yes, there are more women running, winning, and leading than any other time in history, of course, right? But culturally, we still lag behind when it comes to the president, when it comes to the presidential race. As you know, we've had two, Hillary and Kamala. I said it that way because there was a rhyme that she did with the PBS kids to how to say her name properly, which folks still continue to mess up. But with that being said, I think that Michelle Obama is correct. We are not ready. And you know why we're not ready? Because it was clear that based on how they try to shit all over our former VP, that they literally went after her for tone. They went after her for likability. They went after her for emotional control, which is crazy because they rarely ask men questions pertaining to their emotions and they never ask men certain questions, period, when it comes to any type of running, any type of office. Because I'm still trying to figure out why this is, but it's because stereotypes and so forth comes into play. Then there's the besmirching of their names we had Judge Joe Brown calling her a hoe, saying she got what she got because she was laying on her back, and it's always that the woman used her, that she was laying on her back to climb to the top. And not only that, women are technically held to a different standard when it comes to, it's like they almost have to be pristine and perfect and not have any type of record that's going to besmirch them, whereas men can be mediocre and still win. We currently have evidence of this. And however, the woman has to be flawless because once again, they talked about everything under the sun pertaining to former presidential candidate Harris under the sun and found fault in everything she did, to include stuff that have dealt with Biden economics, Biden policy, everything but who she was and what she was running on. And let's talk about the Black men one, right? So they talked about, even when all the stuff pertaining to Black men was debunked, i.e. that she locked up more Black men than any other AG in the history of California, or other conversation pertaining to Black men, such as she didn't have a plan for Black men. And then when she put the plan out, it was like, oh, it was too little, too late. But another candidate who won didn't have any plan. His plan was, I'm just going to be a bully, and why not me? You don't try it this way, so hey, try me now. You can't lose, and that was enough. And the fact that that was enough speaks to why America is not ready. Because while she did get a lot of votes, and hopefully one day soon, we'll find out it was a lot of election forgery and cheating taking place. One day soon, hopefully. But until that day comes, we still have to deal with what's current. And the fact that so many people overwhelmingly voted for this other person who's currently our commander in chief, aka the president, speaks to where we are as a nation. I'm just going to say, I'm going to have to co-sign. People aren't ready. And then she's a Black woman. So now they're going to say, oh, you're shoving two Black women down our face back to back, even though one person claimed that the other one wasn't Black. She was just a person of color and so forth. It's just too much too soon right now. We are not ready. If she was to win, it's literally because they like anybody but him, or anybody but Republican if she was to run. And I don't think she want to have that type of pressure.
I'm gonna have to agree with S&M. I don't know how much it'll happen on this episode, but for right now, for sure, I'm gonna have to agree with S&M because I agree for different reasons, though. America's not ready for a Black woman president. America's not ready for another Black president. The only reason we got Trump in the first place because America was experiencing some sort of really strong racist whiplash to Obama. And it was ironic because there was nothing wrong with Obama. He had no scandals to really talk of. He really didn't mess up. He didn't give anybody a reason to have to swing so far away in another direction. And what I think the presidencies, the administrations of Trump have shown us is that America has a lot more healing to do. Like the racism didn't go away. It just got quiet. And now that he's here, it's gotten really loud. And it seems ubiquitous. So while I do think she stood a better chance of running 4 years, she stood a better chance of winning if she had been in the place of Kamala. I don't think you can just swap one black woman for another. People weren't even sure Kamala was black. I think to SNM's point, right? Now, Michelle, she has that pedigree. Her blackness is kind of locked in. She's got a fan base. But due to the gerrymandering, due to just the policies that are put in place, due to the current atmosphere in America politically, right? And the tensions, I think that having her out there would just bring out more of the people who were brought out of the woodworks before. And it may be that there was some tampering with machines and some foolery, but that foolery, that tampering, that's still America, y'all. So yeah, that's still America not being ready. The irony for me is I used to hear people talk about why they shouldn't have a woman president. I think they used to say the reason why I grew up in the church. They would talk about why you shouldn't have a woman bishop or a woman pastor. And they're like, oh, because women wear this moniker of being so emotional, so irrational that we can't count on them to be practical in important situations. And then you got the orange dude who is as petty and emotional and irrational as anybody I've ever seen in the office. And so then I'm like, what are y'all afraid of? Right? So could America benefit from her? Yeah, but I think she's right. America isn't ready. America probably needs her or needs somebody like her. I heard somebody say if the Obamas really cared about America, they would have run against Trump in his last election. The fact that they said it out and knew who Trump was, knew how he was, and did nothing says that they ain't really for us like they say they are. Because America has voted a black person in before, but it hasn't voted a woman. And I land on this thing, we see DEI, I tend to see DEI as a suppressive tactic against minority, and particularly minority men. But DEI is a broader attack against women in general, right? Because they also were some of the great recipients of these laws that passed to get them that access. So I think the tone of America in the place where the decisions are made in those back smoky rooms is not ready for woman leadership, even if they have a man who leads like a woman. Go ahead, Nick.
Yo, I had to write some of this shit down as y'all was talking because I want to go through this step by step and point by point. If America today is not ready, it's because women have constantly let them down, or at least that's a perception of it, right? Like I think as Cap, I'm going to say that I do think America is ready. But if I were to follow y'all logic, I would say it's because the last few shorties y'all trotted out there let America down. They let their party down. They let America down, right? Let me count the ways, right? Like, for example, Hillary Clinton should have beat Trump. For everybody who's upset about Trump, the person you should probably be upset with is Hillary Clinton. The first woman really poised with all of the shots and opportunities to actually break that glass ceiling failed. There was postmortems in regards to her getting lazy towards the end. Maybe it was hubris, right? But she didn't see the thing all the way through, right? She became a caricature of why people would say women can't be president. Right? You don't got that intestinal fortitude. Like she dropped the fucking ball. There was no way that Hillary Rodham Clinton, who's been running for 40 fucking years, however long it's been, should have lost to Donald fucking Trump. And she did. She didn't take advantage of social media when she could have, right? She didn't necessarily campaign in the key areas, especially down the stretch. She was poised to be. I remember getting into arguments with frat brothers who supported her. Get the fuck out of here. She dropped the fucking ball, meaning that America would have already had a woman president if she didn't drop the ball, right? What the fuck are we talking about, right? So if America says, well, look, told y'all these bitches ain't ready, right? Here's an example. The shit was a fucking on a platter. I remember going to sleep that night thinking, oh, she got it. I guess because everybody was telling us she got it. And then she didn't. And then we realized why not, right? Her husband was on a plane with the AG. These motherfuckers thought they were above reproach, and that was not the case. Sorry, y'all dropped the ball.